Welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Before I jump on the deck here, just wanted to point out again that I have a giveaway going. So for everybody in the US, you can enter by entering a comment on any of my videos with hashtag Ikoria giveaway. You have a shot on a Ikoria booster pack. Ikoria booster packs are really cool. It's a really cool set, and the booster packs can have any kind of alternate art in it as well. That's really cool. And thrown in 2 alternate art cards in there as well. Just 2 really cool cards. Alternate arts just look really cool. So I wanted to make sure to include those as well. So if you are in the United States, hashtag Ikoria giveaway on any of my videos, and I'll make sure to enter your name, and you will be able to make a shot on one of these, the booster pack with the alternate art cards, and that will be announced on May 23rd. So, jumping into the deck here. This is probably my last shot at Jeskai Fires. So Jeskai Fires was super powerful before Urion kind of took over the format, and it's still a very capable deck, but it's also definitely not where it used to be. So kind of been tinkering away at it, saw some suggestions on it, made it my own a little bit more. This is probably my last shot at making Jeskai Fires work. So what are some of the changes we've made? Again, you can look at some of my previous videos on Jeskai Fires to get a little bit more in depth on just how the deck works. But some of the things that we added is I added 2 Narsets just to add some removal and some potential ramp in case I need it. And Sarkhan. Sarkhan is a really cool card in this deck. No, I'm not running very many Planeswalkers, but being able to get this out and put a little bit more value on my Teferi or Narset can be really helpful. Worst case scenario, it's a 5-mana 4/4 dragon, which is still not bad. So it's an interesting addition to this deck, so I'm going to give that a shot. Also, I did cut a land. I ran with 28. Heck, I even ran with 29 before with this deck, but I feel like I'm getting flooded a lot. Also, I kind of changed it to where I only run 3 of the Triomes so that I can run a few more of the Scry lands. One of the things that made this deck so strong was the amount of Scry and card selection that you used to have. So with the new land package and the Triomes and the black lands, I was missing the Scry land, so I'm going back to that. Sideboard is pretty well unchanged from last video, except for I took out the black card so I could add another Flame Sweep. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. So let's just jump into a match here and see if Jeskai Fires can still compete. And I really hope that the answer to that is yes, it can. Because I just really love Jeskai Fires. It's just such a cool deck to me. Just being able to, you're kind of setting up, but then suddenly you push the pace like crazy, and you can finish the match in a turn or 2. So it's really a cool deck in my opinion. But we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, like I said, it's probably my last shot at making Jeskai Fires work before I just bench it for good. All right. Dub 53, Dub 101. Okay, that's a lot of dubs. Playing Giganta the Wellspring. So we're probably going up against a 5-color deck here. We'll play first. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Niv Mizzet. This is a pretty good first hand. I'm going to be able to play Teferi on curve. I got Sphinx to help me in the beginning. Plus I go first. So this is a really good start for me. If I find Fires, yeah, land. So without Sphinx, this would have been painful because I would have flooded out pretty hard. So let's go ahead and get the Triome down. Bottoming 3 is not a great start, but... Okay. Playing Flower in your deck. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get the Temple out. I'm still flooding a little bit, it seems like. Now again, I could pick up that 5th land, but right now I'm looking for Fires. Hero. Interesting. Now, do I immediately Deafening Clarion that? Honestly, I can probably give him a turn. Let's go into Teferi minus first.
Stand by and watch.
Give me another chance to draw Fires.
I have a plan.
There it is. Sweet. So I'll be able to turn 4 Fires. Probably follow it up with a Deafening Clarion, perhaps. Maybe not. I might wait. Okay. Another Fires. That's overkill. I'm going to shock this in. Plus you.
I've got it.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and Deafening Clarion right away. Or do I play the Sphinx? Let's play the Sphinx for... That seems better. Then I can keep that up for life gain for Deafening Clarion, perhaps. And I don't have to scry for next turn to get me a potential 5th land, so I can play Kenrith right away as well. There's a case to be made to play Keruga to get more card draw here. Okay. Alright, so this is sweet. I'm going to get a lot of value out of my Deafening Clarion here. There's my 5th land. But this game is going to look really, really good for me. So let's go ahead and play you. Now, do I Kenrith or Keruga? I don't think it matters. Well, yeah, I want to be able to attack right away. So get the full life gain. Let's go ahead and put Kenrith out. Let's do this for lifelink and damage. Yep. So I was going to be able to swing for 9, get him down to 7 life while I would gain 9 life. So Flame Sweep seemed pretty good here. So I'm probably going to take out the Bonecrushers. Get Flame Sweeps instead. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Jeskai Fires. Gonna bring the heat. Pretty simple sideboard, I think. Not quite sure what my opponent is doing here. Seems like a Selesnya token deck maybe with Giganta. I wonder if this is the deck that I saw Reid play on YouTube the other day, where he puts out a bunch of tokens and tries to gain value with the Hero Precinct 1. And it's really catered to fight against like the agent decks. It's not very powerful against sweepers. Now it does have something to keep in mind is that this list will run 3 the Unbreakable formations after sideboarding. So he's going to have protection against the sweepers. But he's not going to have very good answers against my creatures. Not that I'm trying to remember the list. I saw Reid play it, but I haven't really paid too much attention to the list because I didn't really think that Selesnya tokens was going to be super viable of an archetype. Well, it looks cool. It runs Trostani. I love Trostani. Any list that can run Trostani successfully is pretty cool to me. Okay, I'm going to have Deafening Clarion on curve here if I get a wide land, which with the Sphinx is a very good shot. Honestly, anytime I have these 2 cards in hand, especially if I would have a Teferi, this would be a perfect hand. Yeah, I'll go ahead and keep. By the way, FYI, on the American flag sleeves, they were in the shop the other day. I thought they were pretty cool because sometimes this deck gets referred to as Patriot Fires. So I figured it made sense to have an American flag in it. I do think I don't mind another Deafening Clarion. I'm going to open up with a white land, though. Ditch this one. Yep, go do that. So start with you. The next turn I'll probably Steam Vent, so then I can play Deafening Clarion on curve with the castle. There's Hero. Probably going to take a couple hits here before I can respond, which that's unfortunate, but you can't have it all. I'm not going to try to pretend to have Bonecrusher here, because there's no point. All I do is do 2 more damage to myself. Amara, very cool. So I'm going to have a very impactful Deafening Clarion here. Alright, sorry, buddy. There we go. That's probably the main reason why I don't see a lot of creature decks that go wide. There's just too many sweepers around. Now, I'm not going to lie, there's been some really cool... That's a problem. There have been some really cool cards coming out, like Fight as One. Fight as One is really cool against sweepers. But I don't think this list runs it. Here I'd probably just Sphinx and trade. Doesn't feel good, but probably the play here. Do I trade or do I just take 4? I might just take 4. Giganta, okay, cool. I'm gonna Elspeth that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take this. Yep, I do need an untapped white for Elspeth. Or I could Narset minus and kill Giganta. And next turn he's going to want to focus on killing Narset, which buys me another turn. That might be worth it, because then I can also scry with this, which is pretty sweet. Scry for the card draw. Elspeth. Yeah, that seems like the better play here. So let's Narset first.
Compassion and understanding.
Scry for what I want to draw. That's not it. Okay. I'm on a minus. Sweet. Discard Elspeth. And kill Giganta. Now, granted, there's something to be said for discarding Cavalier and then keeping Elspeth open to use at a later time so I would get Cavalier for free. But if I get Fires, then I'll be able to start hitting with Cavalier right away, and that's kind of what I'm wanting here as well. I'm going to go ahead and attack right away. I want to keep the pressure on him. I don't want to play defense mode. If he kills my Narset, so be it. Trostani is a bit of a problem, but I'm going to be able to sweep at least these guys. Yep. Expected that to happen.
When to concede.
Another Sphinx is not necessarily what I'm looking for. I get it anyway. I could Keruga for some card draw, but I'll only get one card out of it. That just doesn't seem good. Could play Cavalier. 6/5. It'll get killed by the Stone Coil, so that doesn't feel too good either. So I think I'm going to do this and give my Sphinx lifelink. And just try to outpace him still. Well, at least I kill his lifelinkers. I can attack him. Basically, I'm just going to try to get him to 0 before he gets me to 0. That's my game plan here. And if I get an untapped land without having to shock myself, that would be even better, because then I can swing with Cavalier next turn, depending on what he does, of course. An Elspeth would be kind of painful. That's not as bad. He gets rid of my Sphinx, yes, but at least he's not going to get anything back himself. So I'm definitely going to swing with Cavalier here. Get him down to 3. Don't know if it's the smartest thing to discard both, but I'm going for it. Yep, very good. Okay, I'm looking good. So here I Sphinx, get him down to 3. Now, he would have to have 2 unbreakable formations. Yeah, okay. If he would have had unbreakable formation, I could have still been in a little bit of trouble. Right now, I'm not too concerned. Because next turn I'll be able to Fires of Invention into Kenrith. Okay. I think that was a mistake on his part. Ah, clever. Very clever. Okay. So, let's see. If I bounce Trostani, this dies. I'll still have 2 blockers. Much. Alright, so let's go ahead and do. don't think it matters, so let's go ahead and do this first. Now,
Right on schedule.
gonna get this out. Yeah, okay, that didn't matter. So now what do I bounce? Yeah, I probably did that the other way around, but if I bounce Trostani, this dies, but then next turn he'll be able to get a bunch of life linkers on the board. Venerated locks it on, and that'd probably not be bad. I think I'm dead anyway, aren't I? I think I'm dead on board. Should have gotten creature out. Yeah, I should have fires into Kenrith and then gain life. I would have still been in the race. But I messed up. Let's go back to the next game. So what I should have done there, I was trying to be smart, but I messed it up. What I should have done is play fires into Kenrith. I would have had 3 life left, so I could have given myself 5 life, putting me back at 10. He would not have had lethal, and then next turn I could have had to follow up with Teferi into Keruga, and I would have been in a lot better shape, or even Keruga into Teferi. So that's what I should have done, but I didn't. Honestly, I probably should have boarded into Brazen Borrower there too against the Stone Coils. Being able to bounce the Stone Coil is pretty good, but that's okay. We got Sphinx, we got Teferi, a little light on land, but hopefully Sphinx will give us some lands. I got Flame Sweep, that's really good. Really just want land, so I'm going to bottom both of these. Let's not start with the Temple. Okay. The next turn I can Temple, hopefully scry up another land. That'll work. And whenever he plays here, I'll probably send back with Teferi for the card draw. Hold off on Flame Sweep until it's a little bit more impactful. No need to shock myself here.
Let's slow this down.
Alright. Back to the hand with Hero.
There's nothing.
There's another land, so that's pretty sweet. Looking pretty good from a land standpoint. Fires would really make me feel warm and fuzzy. One Serpent, okay. That is fine. I think I'm going to go ahead and play out the Sphinx.
Let's try this.
Now, Venerated Loxodon buffing the hero would be kind of unfortunate because then he falls out of my Flame Sweep range, but okay. That makes Stonecoil a bit. Yeah, this is definitely the list that Reid posted it on YouTube probably like 2 days ago. It had Wadley's Raptor in it as well. It looks like a pretty cool list. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because now most of them are out of range of Flame Sweep. Not Deafening Clarion though. So that'll still be impactful. Now I could...
I'll protect you.
I'm trying to see what my sequence here is. So if I Deafening Clarion, then Venerated Loxodon and the Serpent survive. And the Raptor survives, my goodness. But I'm 1 mana short from making both count. So I need 6 mana to be able to play both. And then still the Serpent survives. So do I just play out Kenrith here? I think so, because then I can, next turn I can Deafening Clarion and give them lifelink. Doesn't necessarily feel good, but I think that's the best option here. And I'm going to keep Sphinx back. I'm going to play a little bit more defensive here. Unbreakable Formation would be really painful here for me. Conclave Tribunal would be pretty painful too. Okay, that Also a really powerful sequence. So if he's going full face here, I'm in kind of trouble. Very surprised by that. Okay, do I trade? So next turn I am going to double up on these guys to kill everything he has. Minus Stone Coil. And my Sphinx will survive. Kenrith will die as well, so I might as well trade here. Okay. So I shock this in. I'm going to go ahead and do this now, because if he has Unbreakable Formation on his turn when I want to do this, that'd be really bad. Well, you can't do it in response. So maybe it is worth it to do it on his turn. What I can do now is if I do it, I can give this lifelink and swing. That might be worth it. Well, this has reach. But that would kill this too. I still have Keruga and I could bring something back with Elspeth. I think that's worth the risk. Yep, that's play. Okay. Now, is he going to block? He's not. So now I can get rid of Teferi and get rid of his Stone Coil, but then he's just going to bring it back as a 5/5. But he's going to lose a whole turn to do that. Or I plus him, and he's not going to be able to kill my Teferi, and he's not going to be able to interact with my sweepers if I have him. That seems better.
Don't worry. I got this.
Or Amara. Okay, that's fine.
Time for plan B.
Might be good to shoot down to Amara. I can Amara and Keruga. Or kill his Amara and play Keruga. That might be worth it. I'm going to play this first.
Might be a bad idea.
See what else I get. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'll go ahead and shock this in. Go ahead and kill that. Send Sphinx. I'm still pretty high on my life, so I'm not too worried about him trying to pressure me. Next turn, I'll be able to play Fires into Elspeth. It's fine, it serves its purpose. Don't need another land anymore. In pretty good shape. Get one anyway. So I'll play Fires into Elspeth. And swing for 9. He's going to want to jump block here, because otherwise he won't have an answer for my Sphinx. Yep. Might as well correct that for land. Doesn't really matter what I grab here, but that's okay. At this point, even if he gets rid of my Fires, I've got so much land on the field that it's really not that big of a concern. Yep, that's game. So, in reality, I'm good if I play just a Cavalier. I don't know if he has like an exile effect in his hand there. So I'm going to go ahead and play both these guys. Haste them up. Yep, that's the game. All right, I still think that Jeskai Fires, I like this list better than what I've been running so far since Ikoria. But I still think that it is going to have trouble with like the Urion decks. Even with the scrying, it took too long for me to really find what I needed. And in reality, a Selesnya token list. No offense to Reid Duke, because again, he's one of the most brilliant minds in Magic. Hall of Famer, I look up to him a lot. I love watching his videos. But I don't think a Selesnya token deck is necessarily that competitive. That match should not have been as hard as it felt it was. So, but again, Jeskai Fires, I really love playing it. I'll probably won't bench it just yet, but yeah, it's a fun deck. I loved how it works. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see how Sarkhan works in that list. Where are you at, Jeskai? There you are. Fortunately, I didn't see Sarkhan working in that list yet. I actually think in that matchup it would have been pretty good. But yeah, so far this list seems to be better than what I've been playing so far with Jeskai. Sideboard was pretty straightforward. I think it needs to stay that way. Jeskai is a pretty simple idea. So I don't think you want to make it too complicated with too diverse of a sideboard because you want to stick to the similar game plan here. But yeah, that's the video. If you liked it, please like the video, subscribe to my content, and leave that comment with hashtag Ikoria giveaway for that pack and those sweet alts. And then definitely watch out for that May 23rd for that giveaway time. So looking forward to more videos. Thank you for watching.